All right. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. We've got another Devs deck for you. This is the first one of the season. I'm excited. Even though Gruul didn't do very well at the SCG Open, the deck looks to be extremely mean and a lot of sweet interaction. So I'm excited to play it. We do have a pretty good lineup here. We'll go ahead and start talking about those in just a moment. I want to give a shout out to everyone that's in chat. I'm just going to leave it at that instead of going to into individuals. Anyway, we've got another deck coming up after this. I did want to let everyone know that if you are just tuning in, you wanted to see the Judith deck, Judith Priest Rakdos. We've got that coming up next. If you're watching this on a replay, then it'll be a separate video. So that's what we've got for tonight. We're gonna have some fun, get caught up. He just come out with a Simic Climb deck, which looks to be pretty good. I mean, there was a Simic Climb deck in the top 32. Looked pretty sweet. Looks like everything just wants to cast Hydroid Karasis, so that could be the deal. I mean, we may just run into a bunch of Hydroid Karasis tonight. What's everyone up to anyway? Before we truly get started here, let everyone start seeing their notifications and showing up. Keeping up with standard can be expensive. It can. That's why I like manatraders. Insert ad here, something. Link in the description box. Coupon code. Yeah. Anyway, I got this deck. I got the Rakdos Aristocrats. All the cards I needed for it, and the cards I needed for the Goblin version of the deck as well that Dev come out with all at one time. So I mean, it's costs nothing. I'll turn them in when I'm done, and then go play another deck. I just play all the Magic. So you're sorting clothes, boring work. Yeah, it seems pretty boring. All right, so let's talk about Dev's sweet deck here. I just want to start out with, it's a Rhythm of the Wild deck. He means it. He's got 4 copies of Rhythm of the Wild in the deck. Gruul Spellbreaker. I know a lot of you just love Gruul Spellbreaker. What happens if I do this? Does this just destroy everything? Boom. Maybe you guys can see some of these better. Rhythm of the Wild. Just creatures can't be countered. That's really good against the Esper decks that we were seeing this weekend. And even though that's not like the greatest thing in the world, just because there's a lot of aggressive decks and they just don't care about countering your stuff anyway, giving your creatures Riot is absolutely crazy. I mean, when you have cards like Skargan Hellkite, getting Riot, or the non-flying Squadron Hawk, you play it, you get the +1/+1 counter, you go get another one, play that one, get a +1/+1 counter. I mean, we've seen decks this weekend actually playing this and just with no way to give it a +1/+1 counter other than just paying the adapt. 5's enough. Play it on 2, give it a adapt 2 on 3, and swing for 4. Sometimes that's enough. Putting pressure against board sweeper decks. Make them go ahead and do the deed and remove this. And if you don't tap below 3, then you can do this at instant speed. Really, really sweet card. Gruul Spellbreaker, he'll have Riot if we have our rhythm down. And then, I mean, this is good against, like Seal Away and Settle the Wreckage, but we didn't see a lot of Settle the Wreckage this weekend. It was a lot more Kaya's Wrath. So that might be something to worry about. May have to play around that if you're going to be playing with this deck. Because I know there's a lot of people out there that want to play Gruul. I'm going to recommend that if you have the green-blue lands, if you can make the Teamer deck, if you got the Sulfur Falls and Steam Vents, and you can make a Teamer deck, you might want to think about splashing Hydroid Karasis in your Gruul deck. The fact is Hydroid Karasis is a great card, but we're seeing it really show up in a ton of decks that are just full of really good cards anyway, good value for their mana cost. And Hydroid Crassus is just giving you more of what you already want, more of what your deck is built to do. And that seems to be enough, just winning those attrition battles on the cast trigger. So I know we had some people in chat say, at least one in chat said that they were going to take this deck to F&M and wanted to see how it played out. And that's going to be my recommendation. Like, if you wanted to take this deck up another notch, maybe cut a Phoenix and the Galta, maybe even down on a Skargan Hellkite and throw in a couple Hydroid Crassus if you can make the mana for it. And don't even worry about anything else blue unless you want to jump into the sideboard with a few negates. I think it's going to give you a lot better play against certain decks, and it might be really fun to just play with in the first place. Now, in the early turns of this deck, we're going to be playing cards like Pelt Collector or Llanowar Elves. Llanowar Elves really, giving us that extra punch to get into those bigger cards earlier. There are some silly plays here where, for 5 mana you can, have a turn 3 Domri down, turn 4 you can actually, tap your Llanowar Elves, activate Domri. You currently have 7 mana available to you. You could play a Domri, floating the mana from your first Domri, casting a Gruul Spellbreaker, all for like 5 mana. There's some broken lines in this. And then the Spellbreaker would have Riot, Riot, Riot. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then if you happen to have gotten that turn 2 Rhythm of the Wild down, it would have yet another case of Riot. So there's some lines in this deck that could just go above and beyond. But 12-12 Galta with haste, I don't think you can say no to that. Same being said for Carnage Tyrant. I mean, if you're giving Carnage Tyrant haste and you've got Vivian Reed giving you more card advantage, just giving you extra cards to keep slamming down, there are some really sweet interactions with cards like Cruel Harpooner where, you actually get to use that +X for attacking, which is pretty rare, but quite a few of us have cast Gruul Harpooner just to have a 3/2 body. And with the Rhythm of the Wild down and you give it Riot, you could give it haste, and if you got a bunch of creatures in the graveyard, you could just absolutely kill them right off the bat, just bam, done, and just over. So anyway, Dev's got a pretty sweet deck for us. If you want to check out his deck tech, which is a lot better than mine, you should check the link in the information box above, and then if you want to see the deck list yourself, there's a link in the description box below where you can check that out. All right, so let's get rid of this preview plane. We'll jump over to the play lobby, see if we can find someone to play, and go from there. All right, Sean, what's up? Alex, you want to build this in paper, but some of the cards are just too expensive. I think you should probably hold off. I don't think this deck's as good as we think it is. Everyone thought that Gruul was just going to be this like broken deck. This is pretty good. I'm going to keep. We need one more red source, but a turn 2 Rhythm of the Wild means that other things start getting crazy very, very quick. So, I mean, we've got a lot of outs here. Not even really outs, but just outs to make this hand so much better. So, Naya seems good. Spellbreaker, Tajik, Shalai. It's a wonderful lineup with Rhythm. I bet. Ooh. The Spear. He's Spectacle. Here we go. Oh, Spectacle. I'll let him Spectacle, I guess. I really want to get this Rhythm down. I mean, worst case scenario, we land with haste. It's probably not where I want to be, but Llanowar with haste seems fine. Yeah, I've played a lot of Naya decks in the past, and Naya was always really sweet. Let's see what he got. He got Land. 2 cards entered the exile zone. It was Land. He played Land. He's going to skewer the critics. Is that it? Me? He's just going to deal me 3 points of damage. All right, so we definitely need to stop creature damage, but we also need to end this game quickly. I'm definitely just going to go with a haste. It could be wrong. I'm going to go with the +1 when counters on the Gruul Spellbreaker and haste. Make him have to have a Lava Coil. Yeah, I could have outgrown Lava Coil there, and it might have been the right choice. But one of the things I like to do against red deck is just finish the game quickly. And it might have been right to just wait on the Land of War Elf. But I want to just finish the game quickly. Like, I don't expect a deck playing Goblin Spear to actually be running Goblin Chain Whirler. He could, and that would be a complete blowout, but I think he's more spell-based, and, you know, maybe there's not enough room for Chain Whirler when you're running Rick's Mighty Reveler and, you know, Spear, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has all that. Oh, sweet. You made Naya in paper? Sweet. There we go. Just doing the dirty with Gruul Spellbreaker. You know, Fiery Cannonade's probably going to be decent. It's probably going to be just as good, if not better, than Lava Coil. I really want to just, you know, add more to my board early and then kind of go from there. I don't actually expect him to kill a ton of my creatures, especially if I can make them fairly large. So I'm going to bring in the Death Gorge Scavengers for sure. The gain life clause on Death Gorge Scavenger is just great, and with Fiery Cannonade I can always wait until I've gotten the +1 and then sweep the board. So you know, there's some option there. Kind of thinking about Crawl Harpooner as an additional card. I'm just a little curious about what to take out. I feel like Rekindling Phoenix is kind of the way to go, but it's probably just Pelt Collector, just to make more room. Like, maybe I just don't need Crawl Harpooner and I can leave the Pelt Collector. Yeah, we'll go with that, and then just run with it like that. I mean, I'll be trading one threat for another, and the ceiling on Crawl Harpooner is pretty good. Pelt Collector, it could have just that bam, got your red deck. So that could happen, and Crawl Harpooner could have that, you know, just instant, I've got you. And Pelt Collector might not. It also feels reasonable that Rhythm of the Wild might be a little bit of a slow card. So, like, maybe. I really want to try Crawl Harpooner, and this is best of 3. So I'm going to take 3 Pelt Collectors out, and I'm going to give a Harpooner a shot. I'm even going to take Galta out and bring in Carnage Tyrant. I just think it's easier to cast. It may not be. If he goes for my creatures, it'll be very hard to cast, maybe. This looks fine. I'm just Stomping Grounds on 1. Unless we like top deck Land War Elf, and then things would be different. We did not. Alright, so just not pay for it. Go on with business as usual. I am going to wait, if possible. I know he wants to start burning me down, so... Ooh. Nasty. Man. Yeah. Having another solid creature here early would have been great. I don't want to just give him a target to burn, though. I want to get some value out of this. And that's kind of why I was talking about maybe taking Rhythm of the Wild out. Because taking Rhythm of the Wild out would actually give me another something here. And that would be faster than this. This is going to be bad. Because Fiery Cannonade just doesn't even hurt the Fanatical Firebrands. So, yeah. I may be forced to play I have to play Rhythm of the Wild and then go Grove Chamber Guardian. At least that would give me plays. I have to survive this turn and start playing everything I can out. I have to give the +1 with counters, grab the extra Grove Chamber Guardians, and just kind of pray I'll live through the turn. be informed, you say it's been great for you, Harpooner and Rhythm. Yeah, I think we're in a real bad spot here. Unless he decides he wants to rip some counters off of that, which would probably still be bad for us. We're in a... Ooh, he ripped the counters off. Risk factor. Have risk factor deal 4 damage to you? No. So now he's got 4 cards in hand. They're all lands. They're all lands. We're at 7. Theater of Horrors. Okay. I mean, we're going to make some 3/3s here. That'll be a decent follow-up momentarily. So, Growth Chamber Guardian. Get a +1/1 counter. Get a Growth Chamber Guardian. Play Growth Chamber Guardian. Get a +1/1 counter. Get a Growth Chamber Guardian. And the next turn we can Spellbreaker and Growth Chamber Guardian. Or something else. We can Growth Chamber Guardian and just activate it for a 4/4. Alright, so it gets a cod. It's a mountain. Green Hawks. Yeah, Green Hawks. Crab Hawks. It's a Crab Hawk. It's a Crab Hawk elf. Alright. We cannot take 4 points of damage. Oh. Oh. Risk factor. He just wants to keep drawing cards. Nope. You draw the cards, buddy. I mean, he's got 3 mana open, 4 cards in hand. He's got to be able to grow these. Ooh, he wants to Spectacle. Just going to burn me out here? No way we get away with this crap. No way. We'll go get the last Green Hawk. I like that name. It works. And pass the turn? I mean, can I swing with one? Is that just being... That's being silly, right? I mean, we gotta start doing damage eventually. I mean, he's going to get a ton of cards, though. So... I mean, I can't feel that great about it, right? I mean, he gets 3 cards here. Rekindling Phoenix. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a nightmare. I mean, we can play our Rekindling Phoenix. Goblin Chain Whirler. I can deal with that. got 6 cards in here. Oh no. Skewer the critics. We're at 1. Show me the shock. Lightning strike! Yay! Alright, alright. I mean, it was kind of wishful thinking when we were down to 5, right? Do we actually just say Lava Coil's a must? Like, we have to be able to deal? Maybe we take Carnage Tyrant out. We just don't want to go that high, period. Like, we need action. Maybe all of... Alright, so I really want to beat this red deck. And I think taking some number of Rhythm of the Wild out of the deck is part of the way we should do that. I'm going to bring in Sheevan Fire. Being able to answer his stuff on curve seems to be right. I really do feel like I should probably just take out Rhythm of the Wild altogether. Maybe it's Dommery. We just don't want Dommery. Like, we're not worried about having serious card advantage. But Dommery does something. I mean, I don't know. Rhythm of the Wilds do nothing on the turn that you cast it, really. But then again, making our dudes a little bit bigger, giving them haste. Maybe I'll leave Rhythm and take out 1 Dommery. I want the other Lava Coils, but I don't know if that's right. I don't know. I don't think that we really want to bring in that many kill spells against this. Like, we want to be putting creatures on the battlefield and, like, just fight them in combat. Like, be better than them in combat. Fanatical Firebrand can be a nightmare. We are only 1 card away from Phoenix. Phoenix would be really hard for them to get to, but this might be good because, you know, turn 2 we're controlling them. Turn 3 we're likewise doing the same thing. The third verse is the same as the second, right? Something like that. Feels weird not having Brontodon. Yeah. This is... Yeah, like I said, Fanatical Firebrand can be a nightmare. Deathgorge Scavenger is going to be really good. However, I don't really think we'll get a lot of value out of Deathgorge, honestly. Unless he's like Vishino Pyromancer. And then we could get some value out of Fiery Cannonade next turn. We do need to draw a land in the next couple turns. Alright, so Steamkin, that's not bad. Gruul Spellbreaker's not bad either. I actually think I want to play this Spellbreaker and see if we can make him play... Yeah, I'm going to go with +1 with counters. I want to block here. See if we can make him play in this a little bit more. Maybe we can stall some creature damage. Or even possibly get him to, you know, sacrifice his Fanatical Firebrand. I want to be aggressive. Again, I live by the best way to beat red deck is to just kill them. Don't try to get into a long, drawn-out fight with them. And if we can manage to do that here, then I'll be happy. This probably actually saves our Spellbreaker a little bit. Oh, he's got his own Phoenix. Alright. This looks fine. So I'm just going to Lava Coil his Phoenix. Hopefully he will attempt to block something here. No? No, he's just going to take it. Sure. I'll just pass. We're at 18. He's at 8. He needs to answer what's on the board. No point in getting greedy. There's a Fanatical Firebrand shot. Rick's Mighty Reveler. I don't want him to have a bunch of mana to use here. He may still do it. Okay, lobby. There we go. Bam, done. Thank you. Come again, Red Deck. Come again. Wow. All right. That just ended abruptly, right? He just scooped his cards up and went home. Anyway, shout out for your Esper Treasure Control Deck sub Sunday. Feel free to check it out and give it an upvote, everyone. Says Rocker. Yeah, I was just happy to beat Red Deck. Red Deck win doesn't block. When you, I don't know, sometimes. But yeah, I guess they don't block that much. You want Teamer mid-range? Nothing fancy, just grindy Teamer deck. I am working on that. I want to. I think it's Climb though. I can't make up my mind whether I want Climb or I want Rhythm of the Wild. I think Climb is more powerful because like Climb gives you those +1/+1 counters, but it really depends on like how you're building the deck. But I'm thinking I want Climb, and I think that like I just want to play, you know, Hydroid Crassus and things like that. And yeah, I'm definitely looking into Teamer right now. Alright, so let's jump into another game. We'll see what we've got. You think Jund is the right build for Rhythm of the Wild? You might be right, Chris. But again, like I think Hydroid Crassus is where you want to be this set. Like it's just, oh my goodness, there were so many decks in the top 32 and such that they were just built around abusing Hydroid Crassus or making Hydroid Crassus kind of just like go off, you know, more consistently. And I think that's I'm gonna keep. I think that's kind of where I want to be in this set. After seeing the decks and the power levels, I don't know exactly what Hydroid Crassus deck I want, but after seeing the power of the card, even though it's a half you know, Sphinx's Revelation. Sphinx's Revelation was a broken card, y'all. Just won't say that. It was a broken card. Crassus now at $2.2 million. I'm sorry. Memorial to Folly? Alright, so is this Golgari or maybe the Hydroid Crassus deck? Maybe we just start going Gruul Spellbreaker and giving the beats. Well, I know we're playing a Rootbound Crag. Like, next turn we get to go Pelt Collector and Spellbreaker. Maybe we just go with a... Alright, so what's... If he plays... Turn 4... He plays Chupacabra and kills this... Then... Do we get away with... Alright, so I know I want to play it. I think I want the +1/+1 counter, but haste seems right. Like, just go ahead, start getting in for the damage. But the +1/+1 counter fights against quite a bit. I think I'm okay with it. I'm just going to go with haste. Get the beat started now. If I get an extra attack in before he really has anything, then that'll feel good. Add Rhythm and Lava Coil. Feels good so far. Seems like exactly where I would want to start if I was going to go for Jund. Like, if we take any lessons to be learned from this weekend, that's what a lot of the really good decks were. Like, they wanted to play some of the new cards, and oh, this is like Knights. Yeah. I mean, it's 6 points of damage here. Just go. We're definitely pushing a bit of a threat very quick. So, maybe. Yeah, Sphinx's Revelation was another mana, so 5 CMC with the same. Well, alright, so 5 CMC, you would get 2 cards. Here, 5 CMC, you get 2 cards. Right? It has exponential loss like later in the game, but I'm like Lava Coil just seems right here on the Reaper. He doesn't get to draw the extra card. He doesn't have a blocker. We get in for a bazillion damage. He has to put out multiple blockers for next turn. Seems good. We love Esper. There's some sweet Esper cards or Esper decks. I'm still working on the meta coverage. I do expect to have that out by tomorrow for you guys, but I made quite a few mistakes in recording. I was pulling the top 8 and trying to go over a ton of honorable mention decks, like just decks that were really sweet, and everything was kind of scattered around, and I just want to redo it. So anyway, all right, what do we do here? I mean, we're against some type of Golgari deck, some kind of something, sorta, maybe. I don't know. Like, and if that's the case, like, I just want to be like here. I don't know. Like, Galta seems pretty good. Maybe Phoenix is the right way to go. Just being in the air seems right. I don't think I needed to be trying to avoid the air fight. And I want to go into this attrition game. I do think a Carnage Tyrant's good, but I don't want to be stuck with a bunch of Carnage Tyrants in my hand. So, again, I'm just going to cut Pelt Collector and go from there. And we'll leave a Pelt Collector. A Pelt Collector. And just go from there. I think this will be fine. Repeat your last message. Oh my god, it was a long time ago. Have I thought of going for a 2-for-2 split on Rhythm of the Wild? I did. So that was one of the first things that come to mind. It's like, well, what if I just split it? And I don't know. We'll see. This feels slow, like real slow. I mean, at least I got 2-drop. Unless he really slow. I'll keep though. I think in this game on the draw, I'm probably going to want to have bigger, badder things, make him have to answer them. So we'll see. Like I want to say these some type of night stack. These lava coils are probably really handy. My next few turns are going to be very busy. I don't know when I'm going to have the chance to do the Growth Chamber Guardian thing. I kind of want to just get it out right now, but I'm worried that I'm probably going to get, you know what, I'm just going to pass. I'll save it. Playing it on like turn 5 just feels so good, and the power level of that might be enough to help me catch back up. We'll see. Reaper, alright, so his second verse is the same as the first. See, this doesn't feel bad right here. I could Land of War Elves and Rhythm of the Wild and then start trying to play catch up from there. No, I can't. No, I can't do that. But if I Rhythm of the Wild, I can Land of War Elves and Gruul Spellbreaker next turn. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Just Rhythm of the Wild and go into Land of War Elves into Spellbreaker next turn if all doesn't go awry and we have to start burning these lava coils. Well, in a teamer deck, it would definitely theoretically be possible to run both. So, right? Land of War Elves, haste, go. Although, Land of War Elves with... there's another Midnight Reaper. A +1 when counter doesn't sound horrible either. Because I can still do both here, but I could give it haste. I think I want to go Land of War Elves with a +1 counter. I can make it a blocker, right? So we'll go the counter. We'll go Gruul Spellbreaker with counter. and just try to get bigger. And I'm going both counters here. A 5/5 seems really, really good. Good evening, everyone. We're playing a little bit of Gruul against some, I want to say Knights, but we haven't seen anything other than, you know, Midnight Reaper. If this is a History of Benalia, or no, there's double green in there. We're not getting a history. Oh, he's got a retap. It's History of Benalia. No, maybe not. Maybe. Double white, black. Mortify. I'm mortified. Well, I declare. Yeah. I mean, he's going to draw some cards here, so maybe that wasn't right. Maybe I was supposed to just go Lava Coil next turn and deny him card draw. I can do a lot here. I can go just pretty much play out everything. We'll go the +1/1 counter, have another decent sized body. We'll go +1/1 counter. Grab the Growth Chamber Guardian. I'm just going to Lava Coil this. I just want to be done with that, and it means I don't have to block. And then next turn I can start Growth Chamber Guardian. Doing the Growth Chamber Guardian trick again, and we can get all of them down. So just add 3 more to the board next turn. I mean, that's still a pretty powerful turn. 3 3/3s? Sure. Or 2 and Lava Coil something important? Maybe. That could be a problem. That could be a big problem. Yeah, that could be a huge, huge problem, ladies and gentlemen. So, I think I'm just stuck playing this out. We'll go +1/1 counters. Get the ability. I need to be able to swing back for more than 5. Man, should I have played this Pelt Collector? I don't think so. Maybe I should have played it and just held off on the last Growth Guardian. Just shuffle the deck, right? Pass the turn. So he's going to swing. All right. I mean, we go to 9. He goes to 23. Oh, play a blocker. I can Lava Coil, please. 5, 10, 14. Finale? No. All right. I scoop. I scoop. I scoop. I give. Oh. Gee. All right. Sphinx's Foresight could be a good card for some kind of teamer mid-range deck, maybe even Jeskai Flyers or something. The Sphinx is not bad. I kind of like the Enter the Battlefield trigger. All right, so Crawl Harpooner, get in here. We are on the play, so I'm interested in getting my Pelt Collectors back, but I am also interested in having something bigger than Lyra, although Vivian's great. No board sweepers, so maybe we take out Domri and Rekindling Phoenix. I mean, Rekindling Phoenix can block for days, but I took out the Hellkites and the flyers. I don't think I can like beat him in an aerial battle, but if I can stay low to the ground here, which may make Carnage Tyrant like a horrible idea, but I think in the end, if he's wanting to use like Fine Finale and things like that, maybe I need to have something bigger than 4 power. See, this might be great if we ever get there. All right, so we're going to try the Rhythm of the Wild thing again. I mean, we're definitely getting a showcase rhythm. We're getting it a lot. Tell the time. I'm gonna wait. I mean, yeah, I could play the Harpooner, but if he doesn't Mortify or Rhythm, or if he just does that. Yep, that happened. Rhythm of the Wild, gone. We got 4 copies. Maybe we can pull another. I'm just going to play Growth Chamber Guardian and pass. He needs to kill this now. He knows what we have, so killing this now is kind of a must. Dead weight. There we go. Dead weight. Wow. Alright, opponent. Alright. Argyle's Bloodfast. Just in the nick of time. There we go. Phoenix beat Downs. Sphinx's Phoenix. I just made a new creature type, ladies and gentlemen. I'm part of the Simic Guild now. Phoenix. Man, that would be cool, wouldn't it? I mean, right now we got a Alex or whatever. It's an owl. Ooh, he's gonna make it weak. Very, very weak. Can we fight one of our own creatures with flying? No. Doesn't work like that. Alright, so if we go... It's definitely mana neutral. So it's actually... We play this, we gain 2 mana. So we have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're 1 off. Need more creatures in the graveyard. Need more creatures in the graveyard. I guess it's better than mana neutral. I mean, it enters the battlefield in that turn. You actually have... But it would be smart to play one of them this turn because... I don't know. Like, I want to say that I want to play one of them, right? Like, because next turn, that'll be 3 for 0. And is that better? That's still only a net of 1. 4 for 2 or 3 for 0. I guess 3 for 0 is better, right? If it dies, this is a nightmare. Yes, use the ability. Dead weight feels weird. Yeah, it does. I kept Galta in against a deck with wipes and heavy removal. I was hoping that I would get a slam. Here's 12 damage you weren't expecting kind of maneuver. But I don't think so. Well, if I pay it, we could play Galta this turn. Can we play Galta this turn anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can still play Galta. So no. If I played, I could have swung, but eh. I'm not going to use Lyra because I actually don't want to fight Lyra here. I do want to use its ability, though, to give the pump. I'm an idiot. I didn't. Yeah, I tapped my mana wrong. Oh, no. Double green got me. Yeah, I seen it. I was too late. Oh, my goodness. I had one job, and that was to just play the Galta and run over the Lyra. One stinking job. Alright, well, oops. Okay. Can he get rid of the elemental? Probably. Gotta have like another dead weight or something, right? Ugh, fine finale. Of course it's a finale. You know what would have been good? Ah! I'm just gonna. It hurts. It hurts so bad. Oh. That was the whole point of keeping in fun, like bringing in Galta, was to be able to live through the finale. Like, all right, so from my perspective of the opponent's deck, it feels a lot like a Golgari deck, where it just wants to, play some early game stuff, make some stuff happen, and then play a Carnage Tyrant, or, in this case, Lyra, and then sweep the board. He did that to us multiple times in a row. It was absolutely effective. It's super effective. Oh, man. What a punt. Just tapping the wrong land. Oh. Arena! Oh, goodness. It was painful, Kenneth. I'm reliving the experience. And it's not wonderful. It's not wonderful. But hey, how about that Abzan deck, right? Oh, man. Alright. Let's, well, now we know, right? Now we know. Yeah, Ninja King. I feel so bad. Oh. Alright. We're going to get into another game here. Yeah, I'll do it for you. Straight face palm. Oh, man. I had one job. Yep, shame scoop. Have to. Just shame scoop. I had to. The laces were in. Win hard, lose hard. It was at that moment he knew. Yeah, right. Some of you will go back and look at that very moment where I look at the screen going, oh, man. Alright. You'd like to see that Abzan deck list? I would say that it's just based loosely around Golgari. It's just like Golgari White. Instead of like Doom Whispers or Carnage Tyrants, it looks like he's playing I can't think of it. Lyra. And I would probably guess that there's some History of Benalias in there. There's probably not an Explorer package, but I would be willing to bet that most other things other than the Explorer package are in there. So, thank you, Lyra. Yes, Lyra. Like, what's the risk of playing this on 2, right? Like, is this even good on 2? I'm going to keep and see if I can just get Phoenix and just kill someone with that, but can someone make a clip of Eric's best plays and worst punts? I've been trying to get Val to do that. She's like, I'll do it one day. Maybe. She works a lot, so. She's a lot better with editing and things like that than I am, so. Mainly from practice. I have no practice at editing. I've destroyed more videos than I've done justice to. I want a growth chamber guardian, but I don't know if that's right. I'm gonna do it anyway. No, it's not a turn 3/4/4. Okay, well, yeah, it is turn 3/4/4. You're talking about if I just turn 3, activate it, and just go get another one. I think that's actually safer than playing Gruul Spellbreaker. We can just keep the Spellbreaker for a little bit later. But it looks like we're about to run into another Teamer deck or some other Gruul deck. There's the coil. Alright, so now I Spellbreaker for sure. Just start. We'll save that for 5. If he's got coils, I just want to give haste. I wanna try to end the game. Plus, if I get one more hit with this, that puts us in a really sweet spot. Having him under 16 is going to be pretty sweet when we start going, rekindling Phoenix, that sort of thing. So, when you're Gruul and you're trying to edit a video, right? That's basically it, right there. That is basically it, Rocker. Rekindling on 5 though? No. I'm gonna try to play Growth Chamber on like 5 or 6, but right now I am going to rekindling on 4. Maybe another rekindling on 5. Alright, so the math on this is if we get in with rekindling Phoenix this turn, like yeah, if we get in this turn, I'll take him to 10, 7 if we happen to get in with the Spellbreaker. If he swings here, we know he has a piece of removal. If he doesn't swing, he doesn't want to chance it. If he doesn't swing, I still trade with the Gruul Spellbreaker. And then if he can deal with the Phoenixes, and after we're done with everything else, we just start going the Growth Chamber Guardian thing. And we can do that for 5 mana, so. But I want to get in the air here. Yeah, well, this will come really good on like turn 6. I think he waited too long. I don't think he has a piece of removal. If it's Lava Coil, he could have got it anyway. It's Lightning Strike. I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being wrong there. I mean, it cost me a lot of damage, though, right? Might be worth it, but we saved ourselves 6 points of damage, too, though. Because if we hadn't done it, with the likelihood of we take this to the face, it would put us at 11. But then we could have put him at 7. Yeah, maybe it was just wrong. Domri. How do I deal with that? Do I just smack Domri? Oh, wow. All right, so he's gonna tick Domri down. So I get to attack Domri with Gruul Spellbreaker. Even if he blocks, Domri dies. Take him to 7. Use Growth Chamber Guardian. Start getting more Growth Chamber Guardians. This might have been better that I did go ahead and make the trade. Although having an extra Phoenix in the air, but he would have still had a Gruul Spellbreaker crashing back. Still would have put one of my creatures attacking him that turn. Sorry, I'm going over mana efficiency Fair enough, but yeah, fair enough on the mana efficiency. I mean, he's still got 5 cards in hand, though. Making sure there's nothing about sorcery anywhere. I'm pretty sure that was instant speed like the rest of them, but... What's up, Carter? I'm still struggling to... whether or not it was right to block that and let him still have a Gruul Spellbreaker on the battlefield. Because a Gruul Spellbreaker, I mean, I would have still had a Gruul Spellbreaker and a Phoenix. Now I really feel like it might have been right to leave the Phoenix because he would have been just about dead by now. Yeah, he's dead anyway. Because we swing with the... yeah, he can only block one thing, so... By the hair on my chinny chin chin. Harpooner, I think we can take out. I want Vivian Reed. I just want the card advantage. I mean, he's got Carnage Tyrant, so I really want to be in the air. Galta's bigger than Carnage Tyrant. I'll deal with that. Just rock out like this. Should have gone with more blockers over one big beefy boy. Yeah. Ew. That's not a good hand. Still kind of ew. There's a lot of green in the deck. I'm going to trust that it's there. Look at that. If he could have. I mean, he had a ton of cards in hand. I want to say that he probably could have... Maybe he was going for mana efficiency and... didn't work so well for him. I mean, he could Gruul Spellbreaker next turn. I don't have the means to bolt the bird. I'm probably going to bolt the bird this turn, though. Watch this. This is going to be Spellbreaker, and I probably have to bolt the Spellbreaker. A lightning strike on my Pel Collector. If that was his best play, then we're bolting the bird. I wonder if I should go for haste or a big beefy boy. I mean, I can make a 5/5 if I play rhythm. If I'm going to go for haste, then it's probably just, I don't know, I could make a 4/4 and start swinging with haste. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get my rhythm down. See if we can get a rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get a rhythm. Yep, this is why I'm not supposed to sing on stream, guys. Double haste! That's right, double haste! That's how you get in there and then get in there again extra quick. Oh, that's double strike. Man, I want to play triple strike standard. Creatures with the last strike. Grow from the ashes. Okay. He's got lava coil, so I'm probably going to make a 5/5. Yeah, I just want to get above the lava coils. You see sick turns ahead? You want to see last strike and standard? Right? Reprint extremely slow zombie. Hashtag reprint extremely slow zombie. I thought that was the coolest mechanic in the unset. When I seen it, I was like, that is awesome. That is exactly where I want it. Like, that sounds great. Did we go like 6-6 with our Skargan Hellkite? Or did I just go 5-5 with haste? And say, hey, Mr. Phoenix, we've got a present. Well, I know I want at least one plus 1/1 counter. And then that'll activate it. I guess it's fine. As long as we got the 1 plus 1 counter on it. And the haste, we can just start crashing in and see if we can finish this game quickly. Yes, on the 6-6. It's possible that that's the right route. He gets a phoenix back from his graveyard. A wild phoenix has appeared. In before a random pump spell on Phoenix. Don't scare me like that. He already cast Grow from the Ashes, man. Like I'm already startled. Like, so now we can just start going ping, ping, ping on things. Seems good. He's gonna swing. Wow, you brave little toaster. Hey, 13-13. Opponent's doing work over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a Carnage Tyrant. Oh no, that is not the greatest thing in the world. If I swing, I die. It's not a sorcery speed spell, is it? Or a sorcery speed ability. Okay, I mean, like, whatever. We'll do what we gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. That is a lava coil. Alright. Lava coil enacted. Does reverse trample work? He's gonna rabid bite? No! No! Don't do it, opponent. Don't do it. Oh man, there's like nothing we can do here. The rabid bite has gotten me. Oh, rabid bite, really? Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Carnage Tyrant's going to eat my Spellbreaker. He's going to swing at me for lethal. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, GG, opponent. GG. Ouch. Alright. Yeah, rabid bite. Well, opponent. Well. I still don't think I'm making any changes. Possibly Crawl Harpooner. And if I do that, I'm just gonna take out the Spell Collectors. I mean, I know he's got Carnage Tyrant, but he's got better ways at getting there early than I do. But I am really interested in Sheevan Fire. Like, being able to bolt his bird seems like where I want to be. I'm gonna take out. I think Phoenix might be like one of my most powerful cards here, though. Although he's got lava coils and he knows about my Phoenixes, he may be reluctant to use a lava coil on anything else. Take out one Rhythm, maybe. Yeah. Carney T versus Carney T. That might be the way to go. What would I take out for Carnage Tyrants though? Like what in my top end? Like this deck's more flying, and I think that we want to stay with that. It's kind of gross. I don't really want that. I'm gonna mulligan that. I'd rather just. All right, fine, fine, opponent. That's okay. Or fine, MTGO. I don't even know who I'm talking to now. This deck's got me all kind of messed up. And we've still got Judith coming up. Alright, so I'm just going to play Mountain past the turn. Hopefully he goes Land of War Elf, and then I get to punish him with a Sheevan Fire. If not, then we'll see where it goes. Whee! Now we pretty much have like nothing to do. I mean, unless I just want to start with a Crawl Harpooner and start giving it the gas. Maybe I do. Maybe we just want to go haste all the way and see what we can do. Sure, opponent. Sure. Let's go, game. Why did he use Lava Coil on a Hellkite first? I don't know. I'm not running black. What? What did I say about... What black card? Drover. Well, luckily we just get to swing through Drover. I think I go haste here. I don't know I mean, if he ends up with a dinosaur, then all of a sudden Drover shuts down Gruul, but I think I'm going to go with a haste and get in for 6 this turn. I don't think Drover stops it. I mean, he could block, but I just don't see it. Fine Finale. Okay. Yeah, Fine Finale would be sweet. I really wish there was Fine Finale in this deck. Splash 4 color. There you go. Teamer Black. You just run blue for Hydroid Crassus, and you run black for Fine Finale. You really only want the fine part of it anyway. You can cast that for double green just to get back your Hydroid Crassus and like some other card. Yeah, maybe. Wow. Harpooner? Is he just going to double coil? Is this the infamous double coil? No, okay. So it was Lightning Strike. Wasn't the double coil. The great and mighty double coil. Oh goodness, let me rip a land off the top of this deck. Well, we see Jim Davis with a sweet little deck. He was calling it Jun, but it was mono red. The deck had Goblin Chain Whirler and Status Statue in it. Seems pretty good to me. I mean, come on, land. Oh, just one time. One time. Come on. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, good things happen. It's the power of this happy song. That's what it was. Even if we lose, we still got the top deck we asked for. If someone double coils you, you've already won. Yeah, anyway, he uses it's a mono red deck that he uses status to give Goblin Chain Whirler Death Touch with the trigger on the stack, so it just like sweeps the board. It's pretty funny. I mean, everyone kind of talked about that deck, and Jim like top 32 with it, so you know, good on Jim. Better bolt this dork next turn, you think? Yeah, I think so too. He looks like he's a little choked on land. And even though I really want to play the extra Skargan Hellguard, or Hellkite, I kind of just want to bolt the bird. And if I do that, if I really want to make sure that happens, it means I can't block. So I'm going to take 4 here. Jun Whirler. I actually haven't seen it. So if it has been around a while, then cool. But Jim took it and actually did something good with it. I haven't seen it do anything like in the big list that I was looking at, but perhaps I overlooked it. But the deck's pretty sweet. It's still a pretty sweet deck. You kept getting blown out against a deck that was playing the guy that gives you instants and sorceries Death Touch. Yeah, Rush sent me a picture of a negate with Death Touch, and that's pretty funny, you know. What's going on, Snoggle? Snoggle. It's like we're Parker Schnabel off of Gold Rush. Anybody else watch Gold Rush? I just want to play Hydroid Crassus. I think that's just where we need to be. What do you guys think about just the massive shutdown of Aristocrat decks? Like, we've got an Aristocrat deck coming up next, and as long as we can avoid black decks, we should be alright. Because it's a really powerful deck. But I think as long as there's decks out there that can use double black, we don't stand a chance. Like, if you look at the list from this weekend, there's so many Cry of Craniums. Like, the fact that they printed the answer to that deck at the same time they made that deck viable is a bit of a nightmare. But, yeah. Cry of Cranium. Carnium? Cry of Carnium? Cry of the Carnium? I'm just going to call it Cry. Cry is a really good card. Like, we used to play that. Like, that almost exact printing has been in play before. We had, Flaying Tendrils, you know, when you gave -2, and then they were exiled, so... It's dumb they printed the card with Golden Demise still in. Yeah, I think that if Cry would have been in the next set, we would have gotten to play a little bit more of the Aristocrats, decks. But right now, you can't take an Aristocrat deck to a good tournament because you're just going to run into Cry, and it's going to break your heart. It's going to make you cry. So, don't do it. Don't do it. You've been warned. I mean, as long as you can dodge black, then you might be great. But from what I could see, even the Golgari decks had Cry in the sideboard. Some of them had up to 3 copies. I mean, they're going to cast Cry on you, and they're going to live through it. And you're not, and it's going to be bad. Cry of the Carnium has the flavor text, though. What is the flavor text on Cry of the Carnium? Oh my goodness, what has happened to our opponent? Alright, so there's chat. Return to game. Where's... I don't want to chat with support. I want to know where my game details are. Show the phase ladder. Keep the red zone always open. Show preview playing? No. Enable the animation? Sure. Where is the... Chat rooms? Cool. Alright, what's going on, opponent? I think the opponent's in a bad spot right now. Ask him if he's still alive. Hello? Are you okay? Ones on the other side are starting to worry. Sorry. If my ears bleed, it's a party. If your eyes bleed, it's a Rakdos party. Right. I think I'm gonna open up the Rakdos with Transylvania Temptation. For those here, this is Transylvania Temptation. While we wait, it's a bit of a dark song, but you know. I don't know. It says something about pray to the Prince of Darkness, and it seems a little bit dark. Don't let music make you do anything. Anyway, the ones on the other side are starting to worry. I'm starting to worry. I'm going to scoop on this guy. He can have the win. Or we can just, like, wait. Anyway, this was our last game for this deck. I think we have this. I do. He's only got 3 cards in hand. He's been a little bit screwed on land. If he doesn't have a dinosaur to play here, then, like, we get to shoot down his dork, screw him even harder on land, and just kind of go from there, so. What'd you guys think about Dev's raid deck? His Rhythm of the Wild raid deck, Riot. His Riot deck. I want to say Domri raid. I kind of liked it. I don't think Galt is necessary. Probably I've one too many Phoenix for my taste. I think that it's definitely a good enough shell that you can start trimming certain numbers and preparing for the matchup we currently are expecting. Gruul Harpooner is probably going to be better than it's been in the past with the Hydroid Crosses. But I'm not a big fan of Pelt Collector. I think this is a free spot that we can do something else with. And I would probably make my trims somewhere in this area, but I'd probably trim Domri too. I'd probably trim Domri down just so that I can use our Vivian Reeds from the sideboard. Maybe put Domri in the main, but yeah, I would definitely start somewhere in there. So yeah, cards I would want to trade out. Yeah, I definitely think I would want to start somewhere in there. Maybe even just as a quick trade. Like, after playing it a little bit and knowing, like, Dev built it before, like, we knew what the current meta is, but having Vivian to shoot down Hydroid Crassuses and things of that nature that have grown quite large is going to be fairly important if you don't have a way to counter them. As far as Rhythm of the Wild goes, I like for Rhythm of the Wild, but I don't think that you need it that much with the number of red decks that are getting play. If you're playing on Arena, you're definitely going to run into a lot of red decks, and having 4 copies of Rhythm of the Wild is going to feel real bad. You could probably, like, cut one of those as well. Which, at that point, you've got 7 cards that are cuttable. I would want to put in, some more 2-drops of some sort. Maybe if you're going to, like, do what I was suggesting and have the blue splash, you bring in like 3 Hydroid Crosses and then 4 copies of Incubation Druid or something. Just giving you that ability to be like, here's an Incubation Druid, it already has the +1/+1 counter on it. Now I've got this 1/3 body here, and it taps for just an absolute ton of mana. And it taps for 3 mana, right? But that's a ton. It's like half a million. Anyway, it taps for a ton of mana, allowing you to dump that into Crosses and getting value out of that. So, yeah. You're not a fan of Pelt? No, I'm not either. I think that if I was going to put things on the chopping block, I would just make the shift with the Vivian Reeds, and then I would try to get, like, a little bit cheaper on the curve here. I really like the Gruul Harpooners. I think it's probably a really good spot to be playing with that card. So, not bad. If you're going to be running Gruul Harpooner, though, Pelt Collector is really good. Like, there's some interactions here where, like, you're playing Gruul Harpooner after you've played a Pelt Collector. It enters the battlefield as a 3/2. You get that +1/+1 counter. Then it goes and gets bigger and fights. Something like a Lyra, and then it dies, and then you trigger the Pelt Collector yet again. So there's just a ton of interaction there and stuff. So, but after playing the deck, I didn't really like the way Pelt Collector felt in the deck. I loved the Rekindling Phoenix. I just think we had a little too much of it. Rhythm of the Wild felt the same way as the Rekindling Phoenix. It's great. It's just you don't want that much Rhythm of the Wild. You really only need the one, riot counter, and some of your creatures have riot anyway, so you're going to get the additional riot. It is a really good combo going with Growth Chamber Guardian, and maybe you want the 4th copy just to make sure that you can actually play it on turn 2 with the Land of War Elves, which is your big play. So I mean, like, it would be up to you guys whether you wanted to run 4. It's definitely on the last one of these 7 cards that I would look to cut. It's definitely on the high end of that, where if I was going to cut these others, I would want to replace these other 6 before I replace the Rhythm. But everything else, man, this deck was super sweet. So you like Demanding Dragon over Hellkite? Again, that would give more of an influence to Rhythm of the Wild. So yeah, if you're going to be doing like cards like Demanding Dragon, you're definitely going to want Rhythm of the Wild even more. Being able to give Demanding Dragon haste seems like that's a good, just pop you for 10, get in there, get the job done really quick, and that doesn't sound bad either. I kind of like the idea of, hey, you got to be worried about all these things, or just you're dead, just out of nowhere, you're just dead, and that seems like that would be pretty good. So maybe a Demanding Dragon in here. I really would want the Vivian Reeds. You could also probably get around just running your Carnage Tyrants and things like that in the main board, but you would get really clunky on the high end running Carnage Tyrant in this deck. So again, that's why I think maybe if you were going to splash the blue, which is what I would do with this deck, I'd want to splash blue in it in the mana base. Wouldn't be that hard, and then just kind of get some Hydroid Crosses and a couple Incubation Druids in the deck. You may not even want 4 Incubation Druids, but yeah, I think that's where I'd want to be. Yes, Demanding Dragon for 10 against control deck would just seem stupid good. Yeah, it does. It really does. So yeah, that might be worth it. And it's easy to make Demanding Dragon. Like, Demanding Dragon's a 5/5 already, and when you're playing against decks that have Lava Coil, it's very important to have that 5 power or 5 toughness, so it's hard to Lava Coil. If they've got to double coil you or coil you and do something else, that does seem good. Demanding Dragon's not going to feel that great against like a tokens deck, and they're just like, yeah, I'll sack this one creature that's going to give me Afterlife anyway, or something. So yeah, the deck did pretty well. I was quite impressed with the deck. If you guys are just joining in, make sure you go back and check out the replay. That'll be up shortly for everyone. If you are watching this and you're live here, or you're watching the replay, we're about to put out Judith Rakdos, Judith Priest. This is the other devs deck. Man, I didn't realize how much that G blended in with the background when I built that. I should have paid attention to that a little more, but whatever. Anyway, so we're going to be playing that next. I am going to take a quick little break here. We're going to get everything switched over. We're going to come back up. We're going to play 3 games with that. I may just play 2 games with it because Dev did build a Goblin version of the deck. So we've got this version that we'll talk about when we come back. And then we've got the Goblin version of the deck that we'll also talk about when we come back. So yeah, I hope Dev watched my pre-release, or not my pre-release, but my sponsored content videos, because like we went over all these decks. It was a ton of fun. So that punt was tier 1. Yes, it was tier 1's fault. It was tier 1's fault. You can't miss the top punt of 2019. So far, that's got it right there. Halb Galta for the win, and tapped our double green. Man, I just knocked my headset off my head. Bam. Just the power of the snap, man. Anyway, we're going to have a lot of fun in our next show. Needs more unsealing. Kenneth, you get out of here with that. Speaking of which, those of you that are patrons, I know you've got decks. I know you want to see some RNA decks. Let's see it. Let's see what you got. Give me your Ravnica Allegiance decks, you all have ways to get in touch with me over on patreon.com. If you are wanting to sign up for patreon.com, do that before the 1st, and you'll get in on a deck tech for next month. But I'm going to be collecting and playing this month's decks starting now. So we're going to see those this week. So if you guys have decks you want to see and you're a patron, get over there and let me know. What else we got going on? Yeah, the coupon code for manatraders is still up. Check it in the link in the description box below. Sideboard MTG Red. Use the link. Use the link. That's how it's tracked. Whether you use the coupon or not, use the link. Yeah, check out Boy's Mono Blue Flyers deck on Reddit. We played a Mono Blue Flyer. Well, no, it was like a Zorius Flyers one. It was Curious Zorius. Yeah, so always your fault. Tier 1 Jank, much love to you, buddy. Man with truly thick skin. He can take a beating. Anyway, I know this because I've seen him play against his wife. She's just murdering him with cards, man, just slaying. No, actually, he usually makes pretty good plays in the games I've seen. Red code wins. Red code wins. All right. Oh, by the way, yes, the arena codes were posted over on the Sideboard MTG subreddit, so go over there and check out that post. You might have to surf around a little bit, but while you're there, vote on this week's Subscriber Sunday decks. My name's Eric. You've been watching Sideboard MTG, playing a Devs deck here on YouTube Gaming. We'll see you very shortly. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun.